Welcome to the Heard It All Before podcast. Your co-host is me, Mr. 1985. I'm sitting here with my other co-hosts. So introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dom.
I'm Kim.
I'm Romain.
Glad to have all of you lot here. It's
Good to
lovely.
be here.
First episode, right? We're gonna talk, right?
Number one.
We've heard it all before. You understand? So I think we should just jump into it and really just start talking about what we've obviously discussed.
Mhm.
But now it's for the world to hear our opinions
Yeah,
and
let's
our
go.
conversation.
Ready.
Cool.
So we're talking about single parent households. Do they work?
Interesting topic.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
It's a
topic.
broad topic.
It's a broad
It
topic,
is.
but we're
It
going to
could-
touch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna touch everything.
We're going to touch
Yeah.
every single topic. So what I'd like to know, starting with Dom, first of all, what is
Mhm.
your idea of a single parent household? Like, break it down. Like, what does it mean for somebody to say, I'm in a single parent household? What does that mean
Right.
to you, Dom?
So this might be pretty controversial. However,
Mm.
my idea of a single parent household is any parent, a mother or a father who has sole custody of the child and does not have any form of support from the other parent. If they are paying maintenance, you ain't a single parent. If they
Mm.
are doing weekend
Mhm.
visits, you ain't a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you've got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, a husband in the house who is also supporting you to raise that child, you ain't a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I still think that they're a single parent, even if there is no support.
I think it's a single parent regardless. Like from the man ain't there or if the woman ain't there, it's a single parent. But even if they got some sort of support, whether it be financially or what have you, from the behind the scenes, I still think it's a single parent.
That's what I think. Even if there is financial support, I feel like they're a single parent because they still have the opportunity to get in a relationship with someone else. And being single, that means that you have an exploration of getting with someone else. You know?
I mean, yes, I hear what you're saying, but if they have support from another partner who's helping them to raise that child, how can you then say you're single parent? You're raising that child with someone else, be it your best friend, your boyfriend, the father from a distance. You're not raising that child alone.
I'm gonna say no still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because that person, all right, there could be a relationship, right? Yeah.
Right.
However, all right, say for instance, it's the woman's child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she got a boyfriend. But the boyfriend, he might act all willy-nilly and say, yeah, that's my stepson, when she's around, but don't actually invest as a parent to can say, all right, it's two parents growing up the child. innit?
No, but if they are not supporting the raising of the child, then obviously you're a single parent. That's the point I'm trying to make. You have to have that support system
Yeah,
of another human being helping to raise that child,
okay,
or you're not a single parent.
okay.
Me personally, I totally agree with Dom. Definitely understand where you're coming from, because the way that I look at a single parent household is, I'm not talking about boyfriends, baby father, side people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the two of you guys that, done the
Mm-hmm.
and made the You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Now, if it works on both sides of the fences, right? So if the man is supporting that woman, do you understand?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, paying the maintenance, being there for the child, taking the child away for weekends and
Mhm.
doing stuff like that, I do not consider that as a single parent household.
Facts.
I look at that as co-parenting.
Facts.
And
Okay.
that's
I mean, I'm
Okay.
coming
Facts.
around to
And
you
that's
guys
my
thinking,
idea
Yeah.
it is
Okay.
co-parenting.
of
Mm.
a single parent household. And I'm just going to talk straight because we're a family here. Do
Mm-hmm.
you understand? And everybody's going to have their opinion on things. Do you understand? So that is definitely my idea of what a single parent household is. Now, let's take it to the other end of the spectrum. If you're a man or a woman and you're doing every single thing by yourself, you don't see mummy, you don't see daddy ain't paying no maintenance. Daddy ain't doing nothing. Daddy's not there emotionally, physically, mentally. You are a single parent.
Mm.
And you
100%.
live in a
Mhm.
single parent household.
Yeah.
But that could be by perspective as well.
Everything is
Because
perspective.
well, this is what I'm saying.
Everything
So
is objective.
all right. So the youth might still, I don't know, love the other parent, but they might see once a month or something like that.
Mhm.
But the mum might still be like, nah, I'm a single parent. You get me? You don't really, your dad don't invest his time in and rare.
So
You
are
get
we
where I'm coming
saying that
from?
that's based on how involved the other party is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
it depends
Yeah.
on well, a few
But
things.
so okay, so are they still classed as a single parent if the baby father or the mum is only seeing them once a month
Well, you
or
see-
once a year? Are they still not considered
Mm.
a single parent?
You see, when you get to know
Yeah,
me, you
but-
realise that I don't really like titles.
No, but once a year is a different thing. Like once a year, you can't pop up at Christmas and be like, "Oh, here's your gift," and then expect to be called a co-parent. Like that's not co-parenting.
No, I agree.
It's the full-on support of raising the child,
This is
which
what I'm saying.
makes you a
A
co-parent.
parent, yeah.
Mhm.
So let's just attack that for a second. Is it like where is that line drawn? Where is that middle ground? Is it, let's say, once a month you see your child and you support your child financially, mentally, emotionally? Is that good enough to be deemed as a single parent household or not?
I would say no
Where do we
because
draw like
Yeah.
what is
No,
the
I would
Where
middle
is the-
ground?
There's
I would
like-
say no. Once a month is co-parenting because there are courts who order parents to have visitation once a
Oh,
month.
she's
Okay.
gonna go. That's done by the way.
And-
She's gonna go the legal.
Legal side
She's gonna go the
things.
legal.
So if-
Talk to him though.
So if the
Talk to
courts
him.
feel like it's good enough to visit their child once a month, then why is that not parenting? If they're on the end of the phone or the end of an email, they're still parenting that child. They're
Mhm.
still shaping that mind and making sure that that child is grown in a wholesome way. That's co-parenting.
So okay, with co-parenting, are we saying that it's financial? Is it like just being involved, spending time with the child?
I think with co-parenting, it's the whole package,
Mm.
you know. And for me personally, there's not one solid way of parenting, co-parenting, being in a relation or anything like that.
Mhm.
You understand? It's about are you doing enough in your circumstances
Mhm.
to be there for that child? As Dom said, she went the legal route. If it's once a month, me personally, I won't be satisfied with seeing my child once a month. Like, what am I doing for the rest of the 29, 30 days? I'm good at maths, but, you know, it changes, you know, within a month.
It's
But
variant.
what am I doing? You understand that comes before my children in those periods.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's down to that person, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's down to the individual, man.
Yeah.
If
But
it's
then-
not court ordered and you're deciding to see your child once a month, more for you.
Very true.
Okay. That's
Oh,
Dom
so
again.
yeah. I was gonna say you're one for the courts and that. Yeah, okay, okay.
Welcome to Dom. No, yeah. So it's not. There is not. What we're saying is there is not one set thing that you can say.
Nah.
This is somebody being a single parent out here.
This is
Well,
what the title
think-
things is confusing. It don't make sense.
It's not
Elaborate-
confusing
elaborate.
because people just use the title for their own benefit. So there are women out there and men who are getting maintenance.
Mm.
They have the other parent has the child every other weekend or every school
Talk to him,
holiday.
Dom.
Mhm.
And they are absolutely living life. Like you have 50-50 share of custody and they are still walking around saying they're single parents. You're not a single parent.
well, that's if you got 50-50 share custody. That's I think that you could. That's below
But
me
I
if you're
think
saying
the
you're a single
Hold
parent.
singleness
on,
is
Kim, hold on,
placed
Kim.
on the
Dom.
person.
For us talking and for everybody listening, can you just please say that again? Like what you just said?
Louder for the ones in the
No,
back.
For the, you know, for them. Just say it one more time.
So, if you have 50-50 custody of your children and you are getting maintenance and the father or absent mother also help out as much as you do, You are not a single parent. You are a single person.
I'm going to give you an amen for that.
was gonna
I
say,
think that's what I was
ain't
saying.
there
I think
like
the
a applaud button or something
importance
like that?
is placed
should,
on the
yeah.
single. So it's placed on the single. So those people who it's still 50-50, the single part is what they consider themselves because they are no longer with the person.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's single parent as a 2 word.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they're
it's not
saying
it's
it's
not
a
about the
relationship.
child, it's
Single
about them.
them.
So they're saying
Yes.
they're single as in a relationship. as
yeah,
opposed
so
to-
they're single, then they're no longer with the father
so
or
they're
the mother.
confused.
So
Okay,
they're
okay.
calling themselves a single parent, but as Dom's definition, she just advised,
Yeah.
that's not the case.
Okay. So let's pick that up because I really like that,
Of course you do.
So,
Yeah.
so if a woman or a man has all of those things that we consider the support, the financial support, the mental support, the emotional support, and the time,
hmm
and they still consider themselves to be a single parent,
Yeah.
where does that energy come from? What do you think that they feel that they still need to project that they're a single person? Does it come from a place of hurt? Does it come from a place of not ready to move on? Like, etc., etc. Where do you think this energy comes from?
I mean, it could be all of the above. I can't really speak for everyone on a broad scale, but the way it looks is that people misunderstand
Mhm.
what a single parent is.
I mean, it should be single parent but co-parenting, or no, the person is single. I am a single person, but I
Yeah,
am
exactly.
co-parenting. So
I've never heard someone say I'm a co-parent of my child. I've never
I've
heard.
never.
Yes, that's the thing. I've never heard
no,
it.
people
So-
do use the term co-parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
They,
like upper class.
people.
Oh, they do?
Upper class.
I mean,
I said
yeah.
They
upper
do.
class.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Where do they
Yeah.
live?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was separated from my partner, I'd be co-parenting too.
Can I give you guys certain people's numbers so you can forward this on?
Yeah.
Because you're co-parenting.
It's
It's a term that's been coined to
Okay.
explain the situation that's happening, which is better than saying a single parent, though,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously it's clear that the term is misunderstood.
It's crazy still.
But what I think we need to speak about is so single parent households, do they work? So for children, do they work?
No.
Okay, straight up no.
Straight no.
Straight up
It don't
no.
work. Nope. It don't
Okay.
work. You need
Why?
both sides. It's not even. It's just common sense, innit? Like you having one.
Common sense is not always common.
Well, this
It definitely
alright,
isn't
but there you
common.
go, innit? But for some people to really think that they can do everything on their own, by all means, sometimes you have to.
Yeah, I don't
But
think there's
to
always a
think
decision.
no, but there's a lot of times some people think that is the only way and the way they can grow up their child. They'll be like, nah, you know what? I don't need the man or woman.
Yeah.
I can do it all. No.
Where do you
Mm-mm.
think that energy might come from? Again, I asked that question. Do you think that
Stubborn.
it might come from an energy of where they actually don't have anybody?
No,
Mhm.
they're stubborn.
Because we all know that foundation is the basics of everything in life. You need to have that strong foundation, especially having children. You need that strong base, i.e., you need your mother, you need your sisters, you need your brothers, you need your aunties, you need the school. I can go on, etc. and etc.
That's right. You need a community of people to grow
community,
a child,
right?
grow a child, yeah.
But also understanding that some people actually don't have those things, and they're saying that because they have no other choice but to
Like a
actually
defense
do that.
mechanism as
Mm.
well. Like
You
a defense
understand?
mechanism.
Elaborate on that.
So, some women may fall pregnant. The person who they've fallen pregnant for no longer wants to be a part of it. They have made a decision to go through with the pregnancy, and they feel as though they can do it on their own. They feel justified in their decision. They don't want to. They don't want to. Having an abortion is not an option for them. So they will do everything in their power to bring up that child as best they can. And in their mind, their justification is okay. It might not be the route that everyone else takes, but for them, they feel like they will have the power to bring up their child in the best way possible.
I think it's a tricky one because I can't say that single parent households don't work, and I can't say that they 100% do work. So they can work. They can be very, very useful, especially in, I would say, raising boys into men. So there are certain parts that are lacking, obviously, but when you're a single mum and you're raising a son, your son is so much more in tune with how women work, which will make him a better husband in the long run.
I mean,
but hold on, but my other point
That's
as well.
Remain, by the way.
Thanks for that,
My
bro.
other point as well is there are women out there who are aging and they would like to have children in their lives. Should they still wait around until their time has passed to have kids until they find this magical man? Or should they just go ahead and have those kids? If they are financially stable and in the right mindset to raise a child, I feel like they should go for it.
Yeah, but they're just breeding another. Let me not use the words in it.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
It's like
Remain.
Go
It's
ahead.
a free platform. Over
Yeah,
here.
but
You know, it's a free
me,
platform.
I'm very controversial.
We're family.
Well,
Let's
that's what
talk.
we, you know.
I
Bring
know,
the
I'm
controversial
I'm
side
being
to
real
it.
in it. Yeah.
You're here for a reason.
Oh,
so
right, here
you
we
talk
go.
your talk.
Here we go.
Thank
Listen,
you.
So,
chat the things.
Talk the talk.
like, you're supposed to break a cycle, innit?
Okay.
Regardless of what the situation is, you can't be selfish in it. So some people might be like, I'm financially secure and I don't need a man, but I want a youth. So they go with whoever, Tom, Dick and Harry, and go read up on youth now, yeah? And they're going up just because they want the youth. They're not realizing, no, you need to break that cycle. That youth needs parenting. Well, it might not even be as, say for instance, if it's a woman, like you might need at least a male figure around.
No, of course, but you
Maybe
have to
your
make
dad
sure
or
that you have those male figures available to them within your
Some of them
family.
even thinking
It
that
can't.
far.
Yeah, no, but they do. They really do take this
Yeah.
into consideration. If you
Okay.
are an aging woman, you take everything into consideration
I feel like
before you do it.
I feel like because they want that child so much
Yeah.
that they do everything in their power to grow that child properly. Like it's not a mistake. It's something
Yeah.
that they actually have committed to.
That's right. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have thought about it. They've thought long and hard. This is the child that
But
they
does
want.
it
This
mean
is
it's
it's
right,
coming
though?
into a welcomed environment. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, science is there for the taking now. We
Yeah.
can't determine whether it's right or wrong. If someone wants to have a child,
God
you
can.
know, like in the future, I don't have children at the moment. If I wanted to have children in the future and I decided to do it on my own, it's just a decision that I would have to make and try and bring up my child as best I can. But they would be wanted. A lot of situations, these kids are not necessarily wanted from single parent households. And there is a lot of resentment in the home for that child. And that is another thing that obviously can affect a child growing up. You know, oh, your dad's not around, or you're, you know.
Well, I bought you and I'll take you out.
Exactly.
We've all had that. Mum, dad, I'm still
listen,
here.
I'm from a two-parent
I'm still
household.
here,
I
okay.
still had that saying
Yeah, I'm still here.
from both of them.
But do
Yeah,
you think
no problem.
I'm just focusing on the female part, and obviously there's two females in here. You can always throw it back, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
when females do that, do you think that it comes from a selfish place? Now I understand you're aging. I get that.
Okay.
You understand? I want to have a child right now. So guess what? Science in the world allows me to. I think that I can change my color eyes without wearing contacts. I know there's somewhere out there where it can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like it comes, not all people, but I think it's selfish
it is.
in a sense because you're not looking at the bigger picture.
No, but it's selfish because it's coming from a place of something that you want. But
Yeah.
really and truly, what is actually the difference between a young girl having a baby and the dad not being there, and this older woman who wants this baby, who can actually probably provide a better life for the child,
Yeah.
and having that and going through and having that child? There is a vast difference because a young girl can barely provide a life.
So
I was
what
gonna-
I'm- what-
Go on, interject.
what I'm hearing from you, and please correct me if I'm wrong, when you're stating a better life,
Mm-hmm.
for the life of me, I hear finances.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Finances. And we know
Stability, finances.
But that's the basis on saying that I can bring a child into this world. I've got the finances. I have got the stability.
But
Because
also
in
a
or-
mature
hold on,
mind.
in order to have that, you still need to go to work. And a lot of these women that do have it have nannies or have people looking after their children because they got
Exactly.
to
They have to
maintain
work.
that cash flow because their number one love is their work, is their job.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Their child was their job and the money that they get with it.
I
Please,
think
if I'm wrong, then let me know.
I think the basis of raising children is to be financially stable.
Amen.
Whether
Clap,
you
clap,
are
clap.
going to, whether this child is going to have both parents in their life is null and void for the simple fact that same-sex parents also have children.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have children who are being raised by two women. Just because there's two humans in the process of raising this child, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. But what I was hearing was financial. So I'm looking at where does the emotional care come in? Because you made a good point earlier. You know, you're talking, I'm not quite sure if you're talking about your son or whatnot. They're very built around women,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then it has to come a time of where that child is now coming of age of where, yo, we need some men around here. Do you
No, of
understand?
course, but
you crying every single time I say something. Like, you understand? You need a man to say, yo,
Mhm.
do 25 push-ups, innit?
Yeah,
Straight down,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Come and play with the man then.
Yeah.
You understand?
Go climb a tree or something.
You understand?
You know what I mean?
Fall from the first floor or something, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
to
yeah,
harden them.
I
Right.
agree. I'm blessed
Which
to
gives them
have.
balance.
I'm blessed to have 5 brothers who will rough up my son
So
at
you
the
got
drop
a
of a hat,
village.
and
Oh,
I've
right.
got my
You got a community,
uncles
yeah,
who
to
will
grow your
also
child.
rough up my son. But
Mhm.
yeah, I understand that not everyone has that, and it's down to that parent to find ways to incorporate that because you have friends, and if your friends are good enough friends, you can also ask them.
All right, but you even saying that now. Remember what you were saying about whether a child is. I mean, if someone has is a parent at a young age or decide to be a parent at an older
Mhm.
age.
Talk about it, Romain.
When they're younger, the more time they have people still around them can help and go to you. You see it? When they reach their old age now, back 39, 40, and starting wanting to start having kids, God forbid, half the people have probably
14.
died, or no, like the older generation's probably died off, or you know what I mean. They've lost a lot of friends that ain't so they are going to literally be a single parent,
No,
regardless of what. You don't feel so, no?
No,
no.
no.
How old do you think these women are?
A lot of them are old, you know.
They're
I'm
like
not
they're
gonna lie,
not
boy.
80.
No, not that old, but
They're damn not near. They're not 35.
Well, no, they're not 35, but they might be in 35. Why?
Yeah,
watch
I mean,
Housewives.
but they could be in their
person-
40s.
Exactly.
You're still gonna have people
gonna
alive.
have the
I mean,
energy, no,
alive. You
man.
went to alive.
no, alive. Yeah, they're not alive. They're not going to be alive, or at least got the energy to kind of put in the next man's youth in it. That's
Yo,
what I'm saying.
Romain
No
is
one's
talking
asking
like
them
it's
to
the Green
kick
Mile.
ball. They just got to be. They've just got to be a bit of a role model, and check them. They have to go and kick ball. That's what they got friends for.
Boy.
Bro, remain alive.
Yeah, I'll go deep. Yeah, straight. You get me? Like uncles and that just gone. Like, you get me?
So Kim initial question was, do single parent households work? And as we've identified what everybody's idea is of a single parent household and what a co-parent household is, for me, single parent households don't work because one person is doing the work.
Right.
And it's entirely on them to do the work. So when they win, they win. When they fail, they fail.
Yeah.
But majority of the times, their wins are also seen as failures because they have to step into both realms, which makes it very hard on them. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. A man cannot teach a woman how to be a woman. So that's when everybody from the outside comes in. If you've got a good uncle, you've got older brothers, like you said. These are the people that come in. But that still doesn't mean that your household is now a co-parenting household.
No, but what? No, it doesn't. But what also defines a single parent household as working? Where's the evidence of this? Are you looking at the child? Are you looking at what are you looking at?
I think
Because
the
if the child
child
comes out and they are well-rounded and they are wholesome and they are caring and they are educated, I feel like that single parent family won.
I think they.
Absolutely.
I think where my evidence comes from, as I'm not I don't know what do they call them people that just gather evidence and do surveys and them things. Whatever it might be, you understand?
An analyst.
Whatever it might be. That's not me personally. Me, I go off experiences, right? And I've been lucky enough to be around many different demographics of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going based on what I have seen in my life, where I've been around my friends, which I consider my family. So when you're able to diverge into those situations, you're able to take from that.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a 2-parent household for a certain amount of time. And then it wasn't that. So then I saw my friend's house. When you come from a 2-parent household? Oh, well, you ain't got no daddy, just like me, high five. Or you ain't got no mom, just high five. We're able to take from these situations. So my comments come from the experience that I've only seen or maybe heard through my friends. There is no survey over here. I'm just speaking of experience and my knowledge as to what I know. And I could be very wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I draw from.
I feel like the people who I've encountered who come from 2-parent homes, in terms of them being more well-rounded, I feel like that's the case.
There you go.
And a lot of the time, you can kind of tell when someone's from a single-parent home.
Howie, I'm offended. Sorry?
Kim,
no, we can
that's
talk
Kim,
about
by the way.
this.
You can tell
That's
though.
Kim, by the
We
way.
have to talk about this.
Kim.
Off mic.
Okay, I'm gonna go with
You
guys.
have the floor now.
I'm gonna go with guys. I can tell.
Oh my God.
I
We're gonna
can tell if they're from a single
Okay, so
parent home.
me and Remain, we're gonna be quiet. It's your floor now. Go ahead, Kim. Be careful, Kim.
I don't know how to quantify this.
Oh, you started talking. You should have known
I
before you
should have done
started
my
talking.
survey before I came. But I can just tell, like, you know, a lot of the time when I see this is gonna be really good. But you know, like guys getting married and, you know, taking women seriously, they usually have like, you know, 2-parent homes.
Oh
You know,
my God. I can't
Oh.
believe she said this.
they have
Facts.
come from 2-parent homes. Okay,
about to go down.
I'm telling you
Facts.
right now,
Is
right?
it?
You know, I've had experience of the world, and that is my experience. When a guy comes from a 2-parent home, and he's
dogs.
no, they're not dogs. They're lesser dogs than ones that have come from
Wow.
single.
Chad's
Yeah, but you
sitting
said
up.
that you came from a 2-parent household from the start. It only
Okay.
broke up. Mine broke up too, but you had the foundation there, right?
Wait, can you see that comment that you made?
Yeah.
Can you just wrap that up and put it in your pocket? Because we got another thing and you might wanna rip that up in about 20 minutes. But continue.
I mean, I'm just saying from my experience and what I see, you know, like I see from the people around me, guys from 2-parent homes tend to be more serious about women, relationships, and
So you
have a
feel
focus
they're
on
more
getting
well-rounded.
married and potentially are, you know, more affectionate. I don't know. I it's really hard to explain.
Well, Dom,
Right.
we would definitely like to hear your opinion.
I fully agree.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
I fully agree.
Yeah, they just have a more. They've had
They
both
want to-
sides to the coin, so
Yeah.
they're well rounded.
They want to mirror what they've grown
Yeah.
up with.
What if they was in a mad household though? Would they want to mirror and not break the circle?
They still want to
That's
get
Remain, by
married,
the
and
way.
if they were a child of an abusive relationship, they just want to get married and bust up their wife, innit?
Oh,
man.
it's true
That's
though.
funny.
They
do
still
still
want to
want-
mirror.
yeah.
Like, they still want to
So what
mirror
about
what they've
someone that was-
seen.
Sorry to cut you. What about someone that was growing up in a single parent household and they want to break that cycle and they be like, you know what?
Which
Brother, they
happens.
said there's
No,
gonna be
there
a
are.
a prime
dog.
example.
There
her
are
brother.
definitely people like that. Like my brother was raised by my mum solely. He now has 3 girls, and they are his
Beautiful.
world.
All right, but
He will
so
not
wait,
hold
let
on,
anything happen
one
to
minute.
them.
So he has 3 baby girls.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was broken 3 times. No, I'm telling you, I'm a man. If you
Mm.
have a girl, it
Mm.
breaks you.
Yeah, it
I've
makes you
heard
soft.
this.
It
Huh?
makes you
I've heard
proper
this.
soft.
What do you
that-
mean? You,
like-
you follow me on Instagram, right? By the way, at 1985, the company. You follow me. But you follow
Yes.
me, and I'm soft, innit?
Yeah, it's true. It
But my
does.
boys
Boys
will
are
get
saying that
caught.
still.
It does, but he
Isn't
also,
it?
but I've sat down and had like heart to hearts with him, and he has actually said like, I'm sat down and I made a conscious effort that this isn't the life I want. I want marriage. I want to own a house. I want to be there for my children, no matter
Mhm,
what it is.
mhm.
And so yes, there are those children,
Salute
but
to him.
and that's
by the
what I
way.
mean. So what is the what is the proof that a single parent household works? And I feel like my brother is proof.
Yeah.
So
I kind of
you
feel
get
like
it?
Yeah,
I'm
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
I've got
yeah.
both
No,
sides of
that's-
the coin.
he
That's
is
your
proof, but I
experience.
also feel. I mean, like Chad said, I don't know the statistics on this, but I also feel like there will be anomalies in the route, especially like in London, and you know the pressures of when a mum,
Definitely.
especially when it's the mum, a single she's working all the time, the child's going out, like. I feel like the pressures allow that child to go outside the home and misbehave,
Mhm.
and then
What, because
that's
they
not.
come from a single parent
Yeah, because
household. Why? Because there's only one person to watch them.
Exactly. If your
Like, they don't
parents
have two eyes.
if your parents busy working or doing the second job, which a lot of parents do, who's got you at home
Let's
after
be
school,
specific.
please?
So are we
Black
saying that
parents.
the household that has both parents, are they working the same shift? Or they were having the same job
No,
times?
do you know what? They very well might be, but there are a second pair of eyes watching that child.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, this is all subjective. It's all based upon your
Yeah.
experiences.
Yep.
There is.
I mean, there will definitely be statistics on this.
yeah. No, do you know what?
100%.
My whole thing is, I totally hate the statistic. I was about to say I love it. I don't even know how to say the word.
I
You understand?
I heard it coming. I was like,
You understand? Yo, you know when you have to stop yourself. innit? Listen, my last year in school was hell, so I only done 3 subjects. You feel me? But
just,
we're here.
Just
we
take
make
it down to stats.
just say
Yes,
that word.
that
Yes,
is
that.
I get them. I do get them, but at the same time,
But your initial thing was no, they don't work.
They don't.
I don't think that a single household works. Like, I really don't.
So you believe that that there should be 2 parents in a household, or two parents co-parenting?
Okay, so this is where now I might seem like I'm moonwalking.
Okay.
I think co-parenting works and moving forward. So co-parenting to a 2 household
Mhm.
situation. The 2 household situation works better than the co-parenting. But the co-parenting is also works
Mhm.
because
No, I
I'm
agree.
living proof of
Mhm.
where it actually works.
Mhm.
And that's where, if you brought me statistics to say co-parenting doesn't work,
Mhm.
I'd be like, well, my situation does. Do you understand? Which is very hard. It is a very hard situation. But it's always going to be that of where in your household there's rules. In my household there's rules.
Mhm.
Do you
Mhm.
understand? And that's your household. That's how you deal with things. You know, I tell my children, when you come over here, you know, it's Africa inside here. When you go home, that might be Jamaica. That might be Barbados.
Mhm.
But when you come over here, know what it is. But I also try to intertwine the both. How, like, is that what goes on in your household? Okay, then I'm gonna try and implement that over here.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
there's not much confusion. So
Mhm.
you know exactly what it is. Do you
Mhm.
understand? We try to come and sit on the same page as much as possible,
Okay.
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
to
no.
everybody.
Makes perfect sense.
I ain't got
you
nothing to
you
say
just
on that.
Romain, you look like you just don't agree with anything.
I don't. I know. I never agree
Well,
with anything. If you know,
run
you
your
know, I don't
opinion.
agree with
Remain,
nothing,
talk
man. I'll
up
be
the
real, man.
talk.
Innit?
So,
Run
Romain,
your
can I
opinion.
ask
Romain,
you, are you
you
from
go.
a 2-parent household?
No, not really.
Okay, so
this-
would you
well,
c-
when you talk about this co-ed, I don't know what you call
Were
it.
you from a
Co-parenting.
I
co-parenting
come from
situation?
a single parent background, but then later on in life, my mum got married and grew.
How old
You had a
are you?
steppy.
Huh?
You had a steppy.
A steppy.
Steppy now.
Why? Well, I don't know if you call it that, but this is what I'm trying to say. It depends who's actually someone might be there, but they're not involved.
Can I
With
ask you
you
how old you
specifically.
were?
With me
Can I-
personally,
can
I
I
think my
ask you
mum
how
got
old you are?
Married. I think I was like 12, I think 12 or
Okay.
13.
Do you know
when she got
why?
married the first time.
Because by that point you were already stuck in your ways and you're like, Steppy ain't got nothing on me.
No, not
That's
even
dumb,
that.
by
No,
the way.
That's why.
Personally, no. If it,
Welcome.
I'm just
Welcome.
a rebel from birth. You know the way there.
Exactly,
So,
that's-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
So,
then exactly the
but-
person might have had the pressure of you turning
Nah.
around and be like, "You're not my dad."
No,
He
it wasn't
was
that.
step
I
on.
didn't- even like
he was
that.
the man of the house.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's
You
the
got
man of the
demoted.
house.
At 12, you got demoted. You thought you were running the show.
No, not even.
Capricorns
There was no
don't-
show to run. Didn't know there was a household to run like that. So I wouldn't even saying that.
Yeah.
But in what I've gone through, it don't work in it. That's what I'm saying. innit?
but why?
Sing-
Can you please
Yeah, you need
elaborate on
to-
the why?
So, alright.
That's the important thing that people need to hear.
All right, so I'll give you.
Elaborate.
I'll give you
Bruce.
one thing, for instance. Yeah,
Okay.
growing up, I used to love football, innit? Like to the bone.
You see me?
Like always wanted to. I had friends that used to go training all the time and all that and stuff like that, and I wanted to do that,
Mhm.
but I didn't have no one around that could actually. Not even say put me onto that, but at least like guide me in
yeah,
some sort of
and
that.
support you.
All
in
right then. However, my mum was there for me for everything else.
that.
You see me? But this is what I mean. You can when it comes to 2-parent households, you can't have everything on one person.
Mhm.
They can focus on one thing and the other one focus on another.
Mhm.
This is why when they say you need a community to grow a child, yeah,
Mhm.
you literally do. You get me? The lesser people you have, the harder it is to grow that child into someone, let's say perfect, but at least 90% there
Mhm.
to be a better human being when
Talk
they're
that
older.
talk,
You see
Yeah.
me?
I get that
You know?
that's your experience, but I
And
actually
I was
know
gonna say
someone
something
who
else.
has
Oh.
done a fantastic job at
Yeah.
being a single parent and,
I'm
you
not
know,
s- I'm not
doing
gonna mock
all
that.
the extras.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna mock that. Like I said,
I know who that person is.
every household is a different
Mhm.
a different way of doing things. You see me? Yeah,
Mhm.
but the other thing
But
is go on.
It could involve, like, okay, so it involves that parent being burnt out when they could have the support of the
It
other
does.
person.
It does.
It involves, burning the candle at both ends, trying to be here, trying to be there. Like, a fantastic mother, fantastic father would do that because it's just a sacrifice that you have to make if you are in that
I
situation. It's
believe
what?
there's no such thing, but continue.
Why? Go on.
I don't.
You interjected. Now you have to
Sorry,
speak.
I just don't believe there's such a thing called a fantastic mother or a fantastic father.
You're not a
Is
fantastic
that
father.
black perspective?
I'm not. I
What?
didn't say
I'm not a
perfect.
I'm not a fantastic.
Yeah, but you are
father.
You're probably fantastic to your children, though.
Oh, I'm God to my
Exactly.
children.
So
But the thing
But
is,
does that mean he's
the,
fantastic?
the way that
yeah,
when
that's
I
who it counts to.
when I look in the mirror, I always feel like, when you do that, damn, you could do more of it.
Yeah, you can
Or
do
you
more.
could do
Mhm.
more. of
But
that.
that's human
Or-
nature.
no, which I totally understand, and that's my whole thing that really keeps me on my toes. Like, oh, you
But
could
I
be doing
don't-
more of this.
I don't think that deems you as not
just think-
not a fact.
I-
If we interviewed your children right now and said, "What do you think about your dad?" What do you think? They would say
you
that.
lot will start bawling.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's where it counts.
That is what qualifies you as a fantastic father.
No, it don't because I'm trying to.
Yes, absolutely, it
because
does.
there's some guys that ain't there, but they give their child gifts from the far. They don't see
Kids
their
are
car-
not stupid
Oh,
though.
a lot of them
Kid-
are.
No,
They're
kids.
gullible.
Kids,
I'm telling you, a
no,
lot of them
kids
are.
are not.
No.
Kids
They're
are not
not.
stupid. They have emotions. Kids are.
dumb youths out
Hey,
there.
there's a lot
Kids
of
are
dumb
not.
youths out there.
Kids are not as stupid as that. Yes, they might be happy with that toy for maybe an hour or two,
Then
maybe
they'll get
even
next
a
one
week.
next week.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they are truly happy. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that they'll be
No,
like,
but
"Oh, my dad is
I'm
fantastic."
not saying that
Ah.
they'll be truly happy, but it's feeling something that's making them believe that they're happy, even then they're not happy. Like
I
you
think
get me?
you-
They're thinking that's what they, you know.
I think you underestimate the way kids feel. Trust me, they're very
100%.
intuitive and they're
Speaking about my
very
experience,
clever.
go on. No joke.
Okay, so definitely we've talked about single parent households. We've talked about what it is to be a single parent or co-parent.
Mm.
We've talked about all of those dynamics. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty, right? So my question is to my co-host,
Bring it on.
is marriage again, marriage is still relevant
Yes.
till this day.
Yes.
Well, Kim, you jumped in, so Kim, you go ahead and take the mic and let us know. Why do you
Yes.
think marriage is relevant till in this time and age?
Because I feel like it's the highest level of commitment.
So God ain't your highest. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not sitting next to you. God gonna strike you.
But I mean, marriage is something that you do before God anyway. So yes, it's the highest level of commitment. I'm not actually religious, so, but I still feel like marriage.
God bless you.
There's no judgment in it.
I'm not judging you. Just don't sit next to me.
I'm not religious either. So
Oh,
No,
That's
me
r-
either.
It's only
Go on.
you.
Sorry, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like it's the highest level of commitment. Like it really just, it does something in the home. My parents were married, and for me, just knowing that they were married, they were together, they had a wedding. There was just something about it.
Was you
And
there at the wedding?
no,
Okay.
no, I wasn't. They were married before I was born.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm just asking questions.
Oh. My brother and sister were there, but I wasn't. I was the first
I don't want
child
your
born
family
in.
tree to come after me like, yo, it was 1985. Yeah, about what?
No. I was the first child born in wedlock.
Oh, you
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Oh, I see the way that you are. God works in mysterious ways, you know. He works in mysterious ways.
Yes, I was the first child born in wedlock.
Okay, you didn't need to
Promised
say all that,
child.
but okay.
promised, yeah.
So you believe it's the
I
thing,
believe,
innit?
yeah, I believe in marriage. I believe my parents' marriage didn't work, but I feel like it gives you something to hold on to. They still worked at something,
In
like
this day and age.
well, no, because they were married all those years
No,
ago.
you talking, is it still relevant?
Yes,
In this day and age.
absolutely. I feel like marriage needs to make the biggest comeback.
Can I just say something? Like, I just thought of it in my head.
Yeah.
Like, people don't even hold on to their Oyster card. Like, when you think about it, like,
No, I feel like
What
marriage
about just
needs
a
to make.
lifelong commitment without all that ring
listen,
and paper
I'm
business.
not being. Listen, I'm not being someone's girlfriend at 60. It's a no.
But it's not. You're not going to say girlfriend. You're going to say
my
I'm
life
not-
partner.
Yeah,
I'm-
life partner.
No, I'm gonna say my
That's
husband
it.
or my wife, and
You
I
can still
mean,
say that, but you don't need to
But
ring
what
and
if you
all that
got married
paper
and your marriage breaks
Hold on.
down before
Hold on.
60? Then
Wait,
you're
wait,
going to be
wait,
someone's
hold on.
girlfriend.
Hold on, let's pause it there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, my days.
Let's go around the room. Rove, what's your opinion, bro, on if marriage is still relevant? Now, what do you think?
I didn't think it was relevant in the first place. This is a religious bond.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
Wow.
No, I'll be real. Yeah.
That's wrong, by the way.
No, I'm being chill. I think if in a relationship, you can be in a relationship for till death, yeah? To death do us part, as they might say in marriage, yeah? You
Mhm.
don't need all that paper signatures and rings and all the funny white wedding. You don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. If it's between you and the person, why do you need all of that extras for everyone else to come to? It's like a facade. It's like you're trying to say, oh, here we are now where we've reached this level. It's like, no. Like, if you love each other and that's who you plan on being with forever, you don't need to be hitting levels. Oh, we need to do this level now and then we need to do that. And then come on, man. That's just a joke, man. I understand why it was like that in the past, but nah, not now.
Moving on
I
to
hear
you,
you.
Dom.
I get what you're saying. I'm not for marriage myself. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, lived a good life. But there is something to be said about choosing to attach your life to a person
Yeah.
until death. So there's this argument that having children is a higher commitment than getting married. But you can get pregnant by accident. You can't get married by accident.
No, true.
Hollywood is for.
True.
So you really have to sit down and discuss it and choose to really tie your life to someone. So in that respect, I do think that marriage is still relevant. I feel like in this day and age, love is still relevant.
Love
love
needs
is.
to
I
make
didn't
a
say
big
love is.
comeback too.
Love needs to make a
Marriage
comeback
and love
before we can
and
deal
staying
with
together
marriage.
and all of that. They all need to make the huge comeback.
But
I don't
love-
know about 2020 because
You
it's
say
finished.
comeback.
But
Love has always been here. Love ain't
No,
gone
it hasn't.
nowhere.
no,
In the UK, I might say maybe
Love
not.
don't
Me in a little
leave
do you know
bubble.
what? Back
No.
home, yeah,
Mm.
people get married all the time. Like, it's not like they
Yeah.
marry each other. It's just, I feel like London is just this hub of like single people walking around and constantly missing each other and not
Yeah,
taking
but that's
the
because they give
opportunity.
themselves like some stupid barriers in it. They got a tick list that they feel that a partner must have that is
But no,
irrelevant.
that's to do with your standards. Why should you lower your standards? I feel like someone needs to raise
Don't wanna
up
get
to
me
the
into this.
standards.
It's not very
I
standards.
feel like the
Oh,
standards
God.
need to.
If-
Why
if
should
the
you
relationship
lower?
is supposed to grow
What-
with someone.
Why should you lower your standards?
Welcome to Kim. She's about to go in.
Why should you lower your standards? I
nothing
feel like like people should raise their standards and
All right.
Oh, I like to level
I hear
up.
that.
yeah,
But I would
love to
exactly.
level-
Was you born on Earth or was you born on the moon?
Right,
as
bro.
far as I'm concerned,
we've
you was-
Wait, hold on.
decided.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
we've
What's
decided
up?
it's
debate
Mars.
moment.
It's Mars. We decided.
Well,
It's
How
Mars.
are you
Yeah,
coming
it's
in and
a
asking
Martian.
me if I'm from this planet? You said
No, really, why I'm asking you this because I'm being real because
I'm
that just
telling
sounds off this world.
Wait, hold
You think
on.
that I was just playing jokes?
No, this sounds off this world.
You're a Martian. Sorry,
I
Kim,
guess
you're a
I really
Martian.
am a Martian. I'm gonna take
Right?
it. Clearly.
So you can understand that Kim's a Martian.
Definitely.
You know what? I think you played Sims too much. You know that you got the statistic. No, you got.
I literally
hook
have
number 10 and this. And, you know, you know like that. No. If it's in a relationship, you're supposed to grow together.
Yes, no doubt you're supposed to grow together. But if you are, do you know what? Let me tell you something
Okay.
about life, okay? Men
What?
have the pick of, they have a pick. Women,
Pick up what?
We
they
have to
can,
pick a
listen,
little.
they have the pick of all women, you know, it doesn't matter. The standards can vary. Whereas women,
What standards? Can
our pool is so...
So what you take?
like your criteria wouldn't like
What
a
you saying?
woman
Like,
doesn't
you're
need to
picking
necessarily
lobster
be
every single
earning
day,
it.
and
No,
then they're just picking what corned beef.
Let her finish.
let me land because
Please.
Yeah,
a guy will pick up a woman who's a little bit of a fixer upper. Sometimes he doesn't mind if she has kids. Like women have these stringent standards and the pool in which they're looking is very shallow. Men do not struggle to have options.
Wait, can I-
Women struggle
Can I
to
just
have
say something?
options.
So the same man that picked that woman with 3 kids,
Yeah.
where does her standards lie?
Repeat the question.
Oh, you heard me the first time. You understand? Because you're standing. Oh, do you know? All right, go ahead. I'm not gonna say anything. Go
No,
ahead.
but I genuinely believe this to be true. So men have the options, like they can go out, they'll be able to talk to loads of girls. And women don't really do that. Like if I go out, I'm not going to be walking around the room trying to talk to loads of guys and trying to get their numbers.
Well, why not?
Bro, that's not me. But
Oh, you're saying that's not all women then?
Yeah.
I mean, most
don't do
women
that.
don't go out. Like we have gender roles. So
you got
listen,
over here.
this is a thing. Okay, I am the mouse and you lot are the cat. Like you actually need to chase me.
And
I'm
eat
not
you.
going to be chasing you.
I
mean, you could.
No, wait, you could.
Me-
That's
me-
an option.
Me personally, I don't mind living amongst some mouses. I don't mind living amongst some mouses.
This is what I'm saying though.
Now
We
we're
have
cats.
we have
Go on.
we have the
Cats and
roles.
dogs.
And that makes our pool smaller. Like men have options. You know, like guys. Okay, so if a guy's kind of ghosting you and whatever, you already know that he's talking to a whole plethora of
Maybe
more
you ain't
girls.
showing
You've
him
already poured your all into this
Wait,
guy.
hold
Look
on,
at
did you run
all the
front?
other guys that
You
you're
never run
speaking
front, and you
to,
can run
whatever. And listen,
Pour your oil. Man went 2 days and you never run front.
You
and
learned
took
that
about
word
pour your
today,
oil.
innit? Plethora. You've been throwing it around.
I didn't. But it's just facts. Like guys just have more of an options. Like I mean, I'm not going to be rude and say like you
Oh,
guys.
we're family. We're talking.
Like the standard that women look for often
Within
like,
a man.
Is off this
yeah,
world.
exactly. And then men
Can I?
men are okay with a little fixer
Wait.
upper. Like
Can I
as long
just
as
say
the woman
something?
is, you know, like someone that they
Can I
like.
personally just say something? Because I've seen a lot of these women's baby fathers, right?
I know.
And I'm gonna leave that there.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Sandpaper rough. You know that?
No,
So
I
what?
mean,
Yeah.
what
so,
are
so,
your standards?
Yeah. Kim, what is what? I'm dumb because Kim has been.
Huh?
giving
I know,
us a
I'm
whole-
hogging the
wait,
mic.
Kim's giving us a whole plethora of opinions.
Sorry, the topic.
Yo,
You know, I ran away
Go
with
on.
it.
So what is the standard?
I don't know. I don't date. Sorry.
See,
I don't know.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's where Dom's conversation.
Yeah, like I'm out of this one.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Let's just take it back because ain't nobody asked
I
me.
mean-
Right, is marriage still relevant?
Okay.
For me, yes and no. I grew up in a 2-parent household. My mother and father, evidently they were married, right? My mother was married before and my dad was married before. Understanding I come from Zambia. I was born in Zambia and whatnot. You know, we just don't have one wife. I'm trying to bring that over here, but I think I'll get locked up.
Huh?
if I
Girl,
go back.
bye.
But anyway, that's another topic.
know,
I
I'm moving
think I like the idea of marriage.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. I'm like with you lot, like as women. Do you understand? Like, you know, you lot
Have
get
you
to
got
the
your
age.
white dress
No,
planned?
you lot get to the age of 4 years old and you're planning your wedding. Like, that's crazy. You understand?
Not Dom.
A man's not thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Don't-
not, but you
I
know,
don't understand why you're throwing me under the bus.
It's true though. We've had this
Dom-
conversation.
But Dom
where
is
I've-
different. Dom was probably 4 years old trying to be Pablo Escobar. I'm just saying.
She was
saying.
watching Disney.
I'm
She was
your
like,
pressure.
Dom
you
is
was
a-
watching Nickelodeon. You weren't watching
Dom
Disney.
is a
No,
different
I
type of
love a
character.
Disney.
She was
The
watching
thing is,
both.
I like the idea of it, and I think in an ideal world, everybody should try to get there.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That should be your goal in an ideal world. But you know what? We don't live in an ideal world. We live in an effed up world with effed up people and effed up standards and effed up. Just about everything is effed up. So if you are lucky enough, if you are willing enough to find that person, which I don't believe that there's that person because there's many people I could get married to,
Mhm.
but it's who you decide to. If you find that standard of a person
Mhm.
and you agree with that standard of a person and they agree with you, oh, go for it. Go Power Rangers. You understand? But on the other side, for me personally, or where I'm at right now, I'm good with all of that. I'm good with all of that. I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
And once I find truly internal happiness to a certain level,
You're gonna get married to her and her sister.
no,
Well, you
In
also
Zambia.
don't wanna be lonely.
in Zambia, not over here, because they're gonna lock me up. They're gonna give me 5 to 10. I don't want to
He
be
is
5
gonna
to 10.
do-
You also
You're
don't want to
gonna-
be lonely when you're older.
A polygamous
I
relationship.
want to get to
Poly.
a certain level of where I think, like, as men, we have to go through a lot. We have to tolerate a lot, and I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
Okay.
Please
No,
do,
I'll
because
tell
I
you
need
why.
to hear.
Because a woman standard, I'm talking about a woman who loves you, a woman who sees you as king, a woman that sees you as everything, is not happy on the person. I'm not saying that she's not fully happy, right? She's more on your potential.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is going to drive you to the potential. And if you're on the level that I was talking about, you're like, baby, go ahead, drive that car
Exactly.
to get me where I need to get. Do you understand?
As
And then
long
you're
as it's
doing-
an
hold on,
exchange.
wait, and then you're doing the same
Right.
thing for her. You
Mhm.
understand? So it's like tag.
Yeah.
You're it.
Yeah.
Tag me back. You're it. And then when you get there, you Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or you're just like
Hell yeah.
you're just like my son's grandparents who've been together for 85 years.
Amazing.
I used to ask him, I said, yo, how's God forsaken you? And he's like, son. He's like, son, listen. I'm like,
85
Granddad,
years.
how long, how did you get like this? He said, you know what? Just agree, son.
Just
agree.
agree.
I said, I ain't agreeing to shit. He's
Um,
like, that's why you're single, son.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
But the
You
old
start
school
to-
version of love and
It's different.
and the
Different now,
staying
yeah.
power and everything
It's
is so
different.
you know like
No girl's gonna love you now if you just agree. She'll be like, this guy's way. So this guy said, yeah.
No, I mean, I have to say, I do like a little bit. I like a little bit of a
Yeah.
fight, like a
Yeah,
little bit of
no.
pushback.
Yeah.
Not
a
a
man
fight,
needs
but
to be dominant.
yeah, no. Okay, that's not where I was going.
No, not assert his dominance over you,
Oh,
but be dominant. He
Wait.
needs to be a man.
So
I can't listen. If you are
hold on, wait.
If I can run your head, babe, we can't be in a relationship.
Hold on, wait. It's our first episode, and we've got to
we've
the
got quite far.
first red flag. On Heard It All Before, we do not say a man needs to be a man. Let's put that in a bucket, close it, and throw it away.
I'm sorry, a man needs to be a man.
Use it again.
But I felt like it was in a positive way.
It's not in a...
Wait. And you know why I say that? Because we're going to save that to another episode where we can actually explore that, and I can be mad and start flipping chairs, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to have to pay for things.
Listen, I'm not talking about, beat my chest, King Kong, be a man. I'm just, a man should be a man. Like
there has to be a certain amount of healthy discussion in everything. So I can't say to him X, Y, and Z, and he's just like, okay, babe, and sits down.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Do you agree if, let's say, and maybe, I know we're not going to connect. I just know it. I know it. You understand? If a man is going to be a man and be dominant in the way that you lot express, does that mean that there's certain times a female needs to be submissive?
Yes.
100%.
One boyakasha.
1,010,000%.
All right.
Of course, you need to have that. You need to have that dynamic in a relationship. I've already told you guys from before, I'm a traditionalist. So obviously I believe in marriage. I believe that men and women have specific gender roles and specific roles that they need to play in this life. Women are not equal to men, no matter
Kim,
what they think about it.
I think I agree with you on this, boy.
Heard it all before. Now let's divulge into that. Okay? So now we're asking the question is, what are the gender roles for a female or for a man? What are these gender roles? What is the standard? Let me ask a question. Let me just even go a bit deeper. Please, let's say we're not gonna along this. We'll say 5 things what you think a female's role should be
in relation to a child.
Just in gender roles, like in let's just piggyback off the marriage thing, right? What do you think in a relationship? What do you think 5 things that a woman should do in a relationship? And let's say 5 things a man should do in a relationship. And what I want to do is I want to start with Dom and I want to go to Kim.
I feel like we should start with Romain. He's over there squinting.
Okay, so then,
come on.
Okay, so let's start with
things.
But remember, you saying I don't really agree with the marriage thing.
Doesn't matter. Do you agree with gender roles?
Okay,
do you think there are gender roles
of a relationship?
In a context of a relationship, gender roles.
Or in general? What does a woman and a man look like coming together or being separate?
Well, this is again the titles thing, because I don't do titles, and what I mean by that is everyone is their each individual person. No, hear me out, brother. Hear me out, man. Yeah, you got certain guys that are flamboyant. Yeah, and they might need a masculine woman.
Yo, the man is
you see where I'm coming from?
So I don't know,
no, that's what I'm saying. So you might have a man that's flamboyant, and you would need a masculine woman if that's. You get me? Then you have a masculine man, you need a flamboyant woman. Like me,
I'm still stuck on the whole I don't do labels, but you came in here and said you're a Capricorn, so I feel like that's a label. But you're also coming in here and saying that you're a man, so I feel like that's a label too.
Is that the label
you can't pick and choose?
Are you going by they?
You can't pick and choose.
My name and that I'm a male.
Okay, yeah. So let me try to take
You're
over.
near man.
For me personally, and I pretty much don't have I pretty much don't have 5 for either side, right? But what I'm gonna do,
I feel like it's gonna.
How I feel, and I'm only gonna tell you this is how I feel because this is what I saw in my household. You understand? And what I saw in my household was the 5 things that I knew my mother done. Actually, I'm even going to take even further. You understand? My sister is all my sisters. You understand? I love you all. If you're going to listen to it, I love you all. But only one of my sisters is married. She is the epitome of a married woman in my world, in my realm. Do you understand?
I feel like I'm going to hate this.
This woman handles everything in the household. She handles all the cleaning. She handles all the education. Wait there. She handles all the finances. She handles all the discipline, right?
Please note the size.
She handles her husband. Brother,
Can
if
I-
you're listening
can I
to
enter-
this, hold on. If you're listening to this, my bad, G, but it's true. We spoke about it. She handles everything in its entirety. She is
The masculine female.
the head. No. She is the head of that household. She's the glue to that household. Now, my brother-in-law works very hard. He's the breadwinner of the family, right? He is the person of where, even though she's got it down pat, where the head turns, the neck follows. Do you understand? So he is the head, she is the neck. So he can override her into be like, no, we're going to do this because what? You feel me? He's also... No, he's a punk. He's not a disciplinary. He's not.
Oh,
He's not.
God.
Sorry, my guy.
Oh God.
That's what I see. That's what I see. And that's me growing up, even to myself, with my sisters. I don't go to the mouse first. I go to my sisters because my sisters are going to look at things on a 360 basis and have my interests at heart. So that's what I look for within a woman. That's what I look for in a gender role. And sometimes it can be so close. I know I'm getting off for a bit, but sometimes it can be so close to where a woman can say, I'm babying you. Do you understand? Or I'm not your mother. I'll tell you one thing about men. I don't know if it's all men, but men look at their mothers and they see their mother and they look out to the rest of the world. Okay, my mom done this. Tick. Oh, you don't do that? Oh, you out of here. We look at our mothers and then we look at the females that kind of represent and that's just for me personally. I'm just talking about personally. I'm not talking about for any man in the room over here. That's just for me personally. I look at to what my mother does. I look at what my sister does. And I'm like, that is the epitome of a woman in my realm. And you know me, I live in my own world, so it's not really that big. So
Welcome to my life.
you don't even live on this planet, but yeah.
I know. You just landed. You're gonna fly off later on.
So what I want to do is I want to throw it back to one of you ladies, and you tell me what your idea of what your role should be or what a man's role should be. Because I'm listening. I want to hear this. And what did you think of mine? First of all, what did you think of mine?
I feel like your sister needs a vacation. You said that he was the head and she was the neck. Like, no, I feel like she's the head and he is most definitely the neck.
And I can definitely see where you're coming from.
Okay.
Of everything that I said, I can definitely see where you come from and somebody that's listened to him, like, comes from. But that's just how it is in that house.
No, of course.
But I agree with that.
Kim, calm down. We haven't got to Mars yet. Calm down.
She's about to go.
Yeah, she's gonna go deep.
Go crazy on me.
She is. I mean, I just feel like in a relationship, especially a relationship that's raising children, I feel like it should be 50-50 with anything to do with the kids. And that's cooking, cleaning. That should be anything. Because it's really, really hard. What is the point in not being a single parent if you then have to behave like a single parent? That don't make no sense.
But you're not being a single parent.
No, I didn't say you were. I said you have to behave like a single parent because
Alright,
I've got to go
Dominique,
to all
don't
the
get no
school
action with me.
meetings. I've got to go to all the school meetings. I got to discipline. I got to teach. I got to cook. I got to clean. I got to grow them practically alone while my man's doing what? Man cave and watching sports.
My man's going out there being the breadwinner, building companies, building other people, doing all of these things.
Okay,
to
so
bring it, to bring it back home of where now you're able to build your children, your entrepreneurs. My daughter, my niece has got her own chocolate. Do you understand? And she sells that because of what her father does and what he's shown her to do.
So all he brings to the household is business. Like, I understand that you're looking after your family.
I don't think that it's only business. It might have sounded like it, But I am totally with you. I'm totally with you. You understand? Because I can sit in the middle.
I would like my husband,
There
if
we
he
go.
ever arrives, to
If he
be
ever.
able,
Don't
yeah,
worry,
Oh,
babe.
tell
to
me
be
what,
able
Speak
to
into
nurture,
it, man.
to be able to
understand?
nurture the kids
Manifestation.
Yo,
too.
Let's
speak the truth and show me
manifest.
the devil.
I know.
When he arrives.
You understand?
When he
When
arrives,
he
When he
manifestation,
he
babe.
might be on the same planet as you.
You might be right in front of you. You don't even know.
Jump on SpaceX and that.
Yo, this guy.
Oh my god.
Leave my planet alone.
So I'm gonna let Kim say your piece because you over here itching like a nitty.
So I listened to what Chad said, and I feel like that way round, because he is the breadwinner, and he didn't say that there was a lack of involvement with the kids. I feel like men who are out there working and bringing home the money and providing the finances, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're detached from the kids. If they were, then that is genuinely a problem.
They are across like he was detached from the entire house.
If they're, I feel like the woman should still be, if the man is the breadwinner, you know, cleaning at home, looking after the kids, whatever. But the man still has to have an involvement once he's home.
Does
No, but
this woman still have a job? Because
No,
if she has a job,
You little
She doesn't
pun.
have a job. Her job is actually being a housewife.
I mean, see that I can live with. I can rock with that.
But that's what I'm saying.
If the
This-
job is being a housewife, then
Thank
fine.
you.
But that man still needs to be present in the home. You
In
can't
the
just be.
home.
You can't just be
Yes.
present in the business world. It doesn't work.
Yeah. I agree. Like, you still need to come home, because many a time you see like people who the man works and he has no involvement with the kids. Absolutely no.
Exactly. By the
That's
time
not
he's rocking
okay.
up there
But
in bed.
We ain't that kind of person. We talk about affection and
But
guys don't know
I
how
agree
to
with
show
those
affection.
I told you that guys don't know
once
how to show
again,
affection.
I'm a traditionalist, so if my man wants to go out and work and earn
Speaking for
all
myself,
the money,
No,
I'll
Remain.
go on.
Get in the bin. Get in the bin. Just get in the bin.
What did he say? I missed it, 'cause I was rambling on.
Good, yeah?
Men don't know how to
Tap
show
you on the shoulder,
affection. Remain. Get
Everything's
in
good,
the
yeah?
bin.
But nah, it depends.
there are
like,
men
everyone
who
has-
show
Nah, this, you know, like what,
tons of affection.
like again, when guys have daughters and that, they do break. You know what I mean? So they
No,
do start to.
guys even without daughters know how
I
to.
don't know, man. Some guys. You talk about manly men, innit? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna.
A manly man is not defined by him not showing affection to his woman or whatever.
No. You
What, you
might
think-
know what affection is to an extent, but you're not gonna be like every day. Oh, babes, all that talk there and
Why
all
not?
fruity.
It's the person.
Nah,
what do you
man,
mean
that's
fruity? It's the
fruity,
person you
man.
love.
Come on, man. That's fruit salads. I'm not about fruit salads, man.
Listen, I
Remain.
I
Who
feel
hurt
like
you.
Hurt.
Who hurt
I
you?
feel like that melts.
did this to you.
Why does it have to be hurt? They're
This
not
melts-
hurt. It's just who I am.
that melts
Poor
away
man.
when there is someone that you truly care about. You wouldn't even think about, it's fruity.
I care about the world, man. I don't care about one single individual, man.
Listen, I don't
Oh,
think
my
that there's
days.
anything fruity
That's
in
amazing.
showing your woman affection. If you're
I
if
didn't
you're
say
rigid, she's.
No.
I can tell you right now, any woman who puts up with a man being rigid and not being affectionate, she is not satisfied.
No,
I'll tell you this
All right.
straight off the cuff.
Rotted, you're gonna talk to
I
my
feel
man
like
that?
I feel
Yeah,
like Remain
straight
needs
off the
some
cuff.
satin sheets in his life. That's what you need.
And to shave, and to shave, and like
No, you just need to. What you need to do is just go home, have a bubble
And break my
bath, and
heart.
just slide into them
some
satin
candles.
sheets.
Yeah, don't talk to my man like that.
No, but he's talking about affection is fruity. It's not fruity.
No. Too much
fruity,
is
you know?
it's fruity. Too much is fruity. Innit?
What is classified
Holding
as
hands and swinging and.
Are you
No, come on now, come on, sort out.
Are you
man.
okay?
Sort it out.
I know the manliest of men that will hold hands with their woman.
They're not manly.
That is a sign.
Let
Listen,
that
that
man
is
talk
a
to me and tell me he's
sign.
manly,
That
innit?
is
I'm
a
not putting this
my
corner.
man holds my hand and
Yeah.
he is
My
super
day.
manly.
Well, I'm not talking to him and tell him how he's not manly, innit?
He
Let's
is.
see if he
He
can own
actually. My hand is the first hand he's held because
Yeah.
he didn't want to hold hands
He's not
before.
doing. Right, you see, he's not doing it because he wants to. He's doing that to help you out.
No, because he loves me, so of course he's gonna
It's
hold my
unfair.
hand.
So
No,
he's doing something against what
He
wants
loves
to
me, and
actually
he's
do.
never felt like no. When you feel something true, you will. Those things will come.
You
Trust
know what?
me.
The thing is, yeah, I don't mind holding hands in public, innit? But it's like a
I'm
countdown.
all
thing,
about
innit?
PDAs.
Like, you ever watch Countdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that countdown, innit?
Oh, so
So you
it's
hold
for
my
a
hand
limited
for
amount of
60 seconds.
Yeah, it'll get awkward after a certain period.
His hand starts to
Oh
claw
my
up.
days.
No, that sounds like a lifetime. 60 seconds. You probably gonna get a good 16.5
But
seconds
why
out of me.
though?
Oh my
Do you know what
God.
it is? Is I didn't. You know what it is?
Public
Right?
affection, I don't do that.
The thing is,
Oh,
is like
mate.
a lot of the things
all
that
about
like
it.
people are afraid
Yeah.
of
All about it.
stems
You
from.
French?
Hold on. Hold on. A lot of things kind of stems from
Maybe
childhood,
in
innit?
part.
Like I don't. It went. I remember telling Ashley. I told my dad, "Yo, Dad, I love you, innit?" Do you know what he said to me? I was like, "Alright."
That's like my mum.
Do you see-
From then, yeah, I never said it. When I tell my sister, "Yo, I love you," innit? My sister be like, "Oh, "Okay, I love you." It's awkward, innit? You see me, I tell my kids I love them all the time. It
You
just
have
flows off.
That
It
is
flows
such
off
a
my
good
chest, flows off my
segue.
chest, flows off my chest. You understand? But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to me and having like affection, like to females, especially in public, you understand? I'm like, my G, nah, I ain't the time.
But this
When
it
I go
all
home,
ties
I'm
in
all
the
over,
gender
I'm like,
roles.
"Oh, baby, what up, sweetie pie? What up, Haribo queen?"
Nah.
You see me? I'm talking all of the. You
No.
understand?
The gender roles and the marriage, it all ties in, because in a marriage, if you see that your parents are affectionate
Right.
towards each other, it shows you what you should be as a
Mhm.
little girl or a
See?
little boy.
So now,
Whereas you could also end up like Romain.
Oh,
like,
yeah, like-
oh, I just
What do you mean?
Stone,
Like
stone
stone
cold,
fan.
like
I
literally.
know, what did I say?
Like
What did I say?
no type of softness.
No,
Like
I'm not saying no type of soft. You can be soft.
no, but you've got a
like,
measurement of how
Willow
soft.
Paint.
He's
No,
like,
he
he's like,
doesn't.
oh,
He doesn't.
getting
He doesn't.
Too, oh my goodness, it's getting too soft.
No, Romain looks like the kind who would kick a puppy.
No, not at all.
No,
Man.
he's got a measurement on how
Yeah,
soft.
yeah,
Yeah, he's like,
exactly.
okay, it's getting too
Yeah, it's getting
soft.
too soft, and you start after hold on a minute. What am I doing here? Like,
But how
can't
can
be
you
too
dial that
soft.
back? Then you're not truly interested in that person.
No, you are, but you still have to hold your side. You got to hold your corner. You got to know when to back away. You can't be a boxer and just be on hand slamming her.
You know that women
Most
are
of them can't
naturally
walk away
like
sometimes.
the most like that. They love affection.
I know.
They love
does?
like even if you're just
Dogs.
sitting there,
Oh my days,
dogs
Lord.
and women alike.
Oh, women. Oh, okay.
Yes, dogs and women alike. They like to.
Both
What
sides.
you done there. That's what you done there. We're Capricorns. They're gonna catch it later.
Right.
Dogs and women alike.
True. Still.
Yeah.
There's a word called that begins
Dogs,
with B.
cats.
I ain't gonna say it though. Right.
Romain,
Tell us 5 things.
5 things that you actually need from a woman. And big man, I know we're Capricorns in it, but we're family here. Like, imagine like we're talking in it, but this is just gonna go out to the rest of the world. You understand? And
I think might even be too much. I'm not really that picky, you know, when it comes to
By
five
that,
things,
then
you know.
listen to
But
what
I
I'm
will
saying.
tell you straight. No,
if you're not that picky, 5 things should be easy. Cuz.
well, this is what I was gonna say to you. I mean, but my 5 things might be quite relevant to what.
okay, but just
I'm-
say your
I'm
5
ready.
things.
I'm ready to
ready.
hear.
They're ready to go at you, boy.
Main thing, right, is to
We're listening.
not challenge.
Huh? No.
Right. Submissive
right?
through and
no,
through.
No, I did not say submissive.
Challenge
Said
what?
not challenge. So you can have I want to say a debate. You can have a conversation, right? But not a challenging conversation.
Why?
So
But
that's
that's like-
submissive. That's being submissive.
Having a
What do
challenging
you mean?
conversation is,
But I
is
just don't.
what
like too
creates
much
different
challenging.
dimensions to a, like how can you if you say okay the sky is green and the person's like okay
If I say the sky's green, then I'm a madman. Because the sky is not green.
no but that's what I'm saying okay the
Maybe
sky's
on your
green
planet, no,
the sky is definitely
Alright.
green on my planet welcome
Yeah, no, all right. Yeah, but there has to be reason for a challenge. I'm not gonna accept a
no
challenge
but that
without
sounds more
reason.
controlling than anything else why
So-
should there be a reason
I'm interested
for
in the other 4,
So
Kim.
wait, are
Leave
you-
him, man.
Are you saying my man?
Leave
is controlling
him. We
now?
will get him
Okay,
after.
so hold on,
Okay.
wait.
All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna-
you're doing it after him, no.
Oh, they on your ass.
I know.
Dom said, leave him.
No.
We'll get him after. So that's
No.
it. You're 1 down. 4 more to go, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, please think. So I have to back you with Capricorn. Oh.
2, I would say, to I don't even know what the word is. What I'm trying to look, but basically, when it comes to natural looks, right? Like focus on your natural things rather than trying to be an entity or some other planet. They're trying to be an alien or nothing like that. You get me? I'm saying,
Wow.
I'm not saying you are.
I feel like
Well,
You know,
Kim, he
like
sent for
something-
you.
No,
He
but
sent
I
for
think
you.
Some girls you won't leave their house unless they at least put lashes on. Like, come on. Like,
So you're saying natural
be
looking,
natural.
be confident inside yourself.
be confident
2
in
down.
your. Oh,
3 more
that's
to go.
2. Right.
Yo, you acting
One. All right.
you're taking a
If
bar.
you do have kids, don't down talk about the other half.
Give me 5 on that B.
You get
About
me?
the
Don't-
other parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't talk.
Don't chat.
Okay.
Yeah, you get
Don't
me?
trash
Yeah.
talk the baby daddy.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
trash talk the you. Isn't me? The baby daddy, so the you.
Or the baby mum.
Or the baby mum.
Yeah, because there's some simps out there.
It's not there are.
There's
They
some
don't
simps.
don't trash talk either or.
Alright, 2 more, bro.
Always show like you're supportive, right? If you notice, a lot of my things are more a mentally thing, not a looks thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, yeah.
1 more.
All right, but then
1 more.
one. Oh, boy, it's 5. That's not still, you know. That's not, you know.
Why? Five.
All right.
P.S. Remain his sweating.
Never
right
forget
now.
your culture, innit?
Oh, done no.
Never forget your culture. So that's even if you're a Caucasian, you know. Don't forget your culture. Yeah. So no matter, what I mean by that, yeah, as in if all right,
Remain
say
talk your talk.
if you're a Caucasoid, a Caucasian, whatever you want to call it, yeah. If you're well, you see, you're not gonna get me into it, yeah.
Okay, Remain. You've got your 5. Yeah, let's leave it there.
You're good,
You've got
you're
your
good,
5.
you're
Yeah, the world's
It's making me
listening.
start sweat now, bro.
So, ladies, what do you think of that? The wonderful queens on you know.
I mean, those are his requirements. Submissive, though. Yo,
It's so, well,
you don't want her to
sweating now,
talk
bro.
back.
I
Like,
heard don't
No,
basically
but-
don't challenge.
No, I
don't challenge.
No, but that is not the way humans are. You challenge things that you
no,
don't
see?
necessarily agree with,
Hey.
or
I
this
feel
is
like
a whole
I feel like
conversation
I
where
feel
we've
like I know
challenged
the right
each.
demographic of
you
women
haven't been
for
to-
you.
You haven't been to Zambia.
Oh,
Sorry, Don, what did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
oh, you missed something big.
Don, what did you say? I missed that. I missed that.
Wow.
What happened? What happened? Don, please repeat that for the people and
Wow.
myself.
I said,
Wow.
Remain. I feel like I know the correct demographic of women for you.
And what's that?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know. I'm
Oh.
not sharing.
Okay.
If Remain don't know yet, then he'll get
Don,
there.
all right,
but
Don,
I
can I say
know.
something?
Oh, wait, can we talk off camera or off microphone?
Yeah.
I will WhatsApp you.
Oh, please.
Oh
do.
my god.
Please do. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. This is
Or
going to be
WhatsApp.
a great night.
There was
This is going to be a great night.
All right.
Answer what you got.
Yeah, I find I haven't got anything
against what
against all the other things that you said. It's just a challenging part because if you want a woman who has a mind,
Don't backchat me.
are you
Oh.
mad? Are you actually like? Are you mad? Are you?
Oh my days.
Are you mad?
That's what I mean by challenging.
Yo.
It.
Are you-
Backchatting, man.
Nah. Are you mad? Like I'm. No.
If you respect me as a man, then you hold what I say in You get me? You might
Mate,
not
but-
agree with what I say, but you hold what I say.
If I
you stand
don't
in-
agree with what you're saying, of course I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
backchat. What do you mean?
No. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a
What do you
challenging side of
mean?
things.
But
You
Remain,
can
what
say,
do you
right,
mean
you
chatting
know
So
shit?
basic, that
can
means
say-
that you want someone who
Wait.
doesn't have their own mind.
I did not say that.
Yes, that is
No,
what
you
you are
did.
saying.
No, you did.
No, you
Wait,
are.
hold on. Wait.
You
What
are.
Remain said is, it's not that he doesn't
It
want
was
somebody
waffle,
with their
waffle,
own
waffle,
mind,
bullshit
but
waffle.
don't express your mind to me.
Just like that. I don't want to hear that. If I got my opinion and you got your opinion,
No, but opinions.
Don't argue me about my opinion. That's my opinion.
Are you actually? No, you're
Yo.
actually mad.
Yo, this is
You're actually mad.
Like you just said.
Are you
You
mad?
said, right, if someone thinks that the sky is green, let them bleed that.
No, I was saying. So if you say the sky is green.
Why me? I just said
That's
something.
because you don't like to be challenged. So you're telling a person the sky is green. You're going to gaslight them into thinking that it's green
No.
because you don't want their opinion. Yes,
Yeah.
that is exactly what I'm
keep
saying.
that ish to yourself.
No,
If
bro.
that's what he's saying. I'm not saying
No,
that.
bro.
I'm just alley-ooping him.
No. God gave me
I'm
a
the
mouth.
Tony
I'm going to
Yayo to his
speak.
50
But
Cent.
that's what brings on arguments. You start.
What do you
start
mean? What
arguing.
brings on arguments is the fact that you can't handle what I'm saying. That's what brings the argument.
This is crazy.
I mean, I feel like it's safe to say
my
that Kim is not the
God.
girl for you.
So that's what's arguing. No.
Yo, for the last hour and 20 minutes, I've not seen Kim get off the edge of her chair.
No,
Yeah.
because I don't like that whole thing where
All right,
a
come
woman
on.
can't say nothing
I
back.
never
Right.
say a woman can't say. See, you're twisting up the thing.
Hear what? All right, let's leave that there. Kim, did you say your 5 things? Did you say your 5 things you need from a man in your world?
Okay.
Well, yeah, you don't come to that.
Affectionate. I am from this world.
No, I don't
Believe-
know about that. Let the people listening decide
Excuse
that.
me.
Wait, tissue there, I start to sweat.
Yeah, go on. Go on. What's the 5
Affectionate.
things? Affectionate.
Emotionally available.
What's that? Oh, freaking hell. Okay.
What's
Wow.
that?
Emotionally available.
He said, "What's
Dom
that?"
said, what's that? Yeah, it confused
So
me. That's all.
able to reason
I
on an
understand
emotional
what it is.
level. Okay.
With a-
Supportive.
Mhm.
Has good communication
Mhm.
and tall.
Bruh.
I'm joking.
Kim, you was on a roll, you
I'm
know.
joking. I'm joking.
Can I
I'm
just say
joking.
before Kim finishes, mine are all the above except tall. In
I'm joking
replacement
about
So
of
what
tall,
would
mine
you-
is ambitious.
Yes.
Ambitious. Okay, can I just go back to one thing that
Yeah.
really tickled me? Really tickled me. Dom, help me, please. You said emotionally available.
Correct.
Do we agree that women are highly emotional?
We can be.
Yeah,
We
they,
can
they
be,
definitely
but
can
you-
be.
No.
Oh.
Come on,
Oh.
women are we family? We're talking, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's not hold on.
We're-
Let's hold
it
on.
actually
so
de-
you know the thing is,
We are
let's not
emotional.
use
The
like,
reason being
I
is that
like
we
this
have
part.
specific
They're not challenging.
hormones.
you see the can be
Lord.
and the menting and some, not all. We're all gonna put that in the same box. And on our podcast, we're not gonna go through that. We're just gonna talk. You understand?
Well,
We're gonna
I am
summarise,
a
women
very
are a very
emotional. I can
emotional
speak
creatures.
for myself,
Yes or
being
no?
a woman,
Yes or
Some-
no?
that I
Some
am
are.
very
Some
emotional.
Some are.
we're gonna take them.
But then I also,
No.
on the other side,
No,
I can be
you
very
don't.
cold.
we're not throwing any some in the box. It's some.
Don't. No, honestly, but
I
you're a
have
different
both.
type of person. Do you understand?
Fam, I'm still a woman.
See, yo, ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? She called me fam. Like, we might talk about getting something later on and trying to distribute. But anyway,
Cash me
that's done
outside.
for you. You understand? Cash me outside. She called me fam. Even though we're family, but yeah, women are very emotional. So you want your man like.
No, I said
Wait.
emotionally available.
Okay, so what does that look like? It just
I'll tell you what
and
it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like
We
Remain.
know what it doesn't look like.
I'll tell you that.
Listen,
Preach.
Is everything that Remain is not.
Emotions can overpower your thought pattern. Yeah.
Absolutely, they can. But when I say emotionally
I
available,
want you to
Okay.
break that down so I can understand.
so
I
if
know
they,
if
if
I
they
can
are
be
actually
emotionally
feeling,
available.
if they are feeling something, they are able to express that to me, and we can work through that together. I'm not talking about them crying, or it's
Okay,
not
okay.
about that. It's about them the availability
So
of their
look,
emotions. That
So let's just take an example for a certain time. Man walk in the house.
Mm,
I see you're upset.
mhm.
I know I've been messaging you all day. Oh, what baby cakes? What baby blueberry face? Or whatever my name might be for you.
Blueberry face.
You feel me? And all you're saying is to me is like, yeah, babe, I'm okay.
Mhm.
Man can already sense that from the first text, innit?
Mhm.
So now I come home. Man's on the train. Oh my God. Or man's in their car. You understand? Oh my God. All right. So now we get in. Babes, you okay? Yeah, okay. All right. Babes, what's wrong?
Mhm.
Nothing. When you're dead, know that something's wrong, innit?
Mhm.
You see me, yeah? Man's going to play Call of Duty or FIFA, you
I
know?
thought communication was the key.
Do you know what?
Zuni.
Communication is the key, but in them instances, it's usually because it's something that is something in nothing. So if a woman,
challenging.
God. Man said that.
Challenging.
No,
it's not. It's not. It's
something and
basically
nothing. That's a
something
challenge
that
for the hell of it.
it's something that has triggered the woman's feelings that she knows that you're actually not going to give a flying f
No,
about.
no,
Yeah.
no,
How
no,
do
no,
you
no,
know?
don't do that.
No, you
Don't
can't
do that.
No.
Don't do that. That is
Jump to conclusions.
absolutely wrong.
No, it isn't.
It's absolutely
I mean, this
wrong.
has a
Are you a
whole
woman?
next topic to go off of
We're
it.
up there next
Wait.
time.
I feel like this has a
Hold
whole
on.
next topic.
Chadina, is
Dom.
this what we're calling you
Dom.
now? Are you a
Dom.
woman?
Man's
Chadisha,
Would you like to follow me to the bathroom?
just
Should we
tell
go?
me.
Should we go pee and powder our nose?
No. I'm just saying, like,
She's
no,
got
real
voice.
talk. Real talk, like, if I care about you, innit? Because at the end of the day, you know, I strongly believe in this. I want the
Yeah.
a happy wife is a happy home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you understand? So why would I not care about your emotions
No.
if I just want to fix
That's not
your
what I'm
thing?
saying.
Hold
It's
on,
not-
wait.
it's
If I
not a
wanna
general
fix,
thing.
Wait.
Can
If
I
wanna
say
fix your
something?
thing and I'm coming home at 6 o'clock, me and the man have been talking about FIFA all night and we got a game at 8 p.m. I just need to make sure that you're okay. So when I disappear for 3 hours, you ain't gonna use that against me.
It's
No.
not every
So we
time
care.
that we want to explain ourselves as to what is wrong with
So
us.
what do you wanna do?
Sometimes figure this shit out.
At the wrong time. No. in the
Sometimes
morning, when
I
you done
swear to
woken
God,
up, that's when
we
you're like,
actually we want to pretend like nothing is wrong so that you figure this shit out.
But guess what? You lot don't even figure it
But
out
you
yourself.
never figure it out.
Because you don't figure
And
it
then
out
we're
yourself.
still in a mood.
Okay.
You need what you need to look
Okay.
out for is when they're asking you leading questions like, so when I asked you to do X, Y, and Z yesterday, what did you do instead?
Okay.
And then they're like,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know what
drop
you're
everything
talking
I do
about.
right
That
now.
never
I'll do it in my own
happened.
Obviously, Romain. Obviously.
Romain, I'm gonna Google them Saturn sheets right now.
Okay, guys. It was definitely lovely to hear from everybody today. This is our first podcast. We love you, and catch us on the next episode. It's Mr. 1985 signing out, and my co-host.
Dom.
Kim.
Remain.
And we're
Sorry,
out, people,
Mrs.
okay?
Mars.
Peace out. Love
Talk
you
to me
all.
nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. No, I'm gon' ball, yeah. No way I can fall, yeah. They predict the next fall, yeah. Look at them like, oh, yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Oh, don't talk to me at all, yeah. On the way, one call, yeah. Count it up and it's all, yeah.